Test, test. All right, let's get ready for a little Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights. All the way from Abbotsford, British Columbia, the Black Falcons of Pee Wee. Number 1, up in the loud. Number 10, Caden Burser. What's number 11? Sorry. Pardon me, that was number 11, Connor Jack. Pardon me. Number 12, Pierre Lawler. Number 15, Cadence Long. Number 19, Colby Johnson. Number 20, Austin Edwardson. Smile, kid, you're on camera. Number 21, Hunter Morton. There's little Hollywood. Number 24, Joven Rockcroft. Number 25, Berkram Kayla. Number 26, Quentin Wyatt. Number 40, Brianna Eggersitz. Number 45, Jashanpreet Sidhu. That was 45, Jashanpreet Sidhu. Come on up, buddy. Don't be shy. There we go. Number 51, Austin Hansen. Number 52, Ryan Finn. Number 54, Maxim Sidhu. Number 58, Dawson Hendricks. Number 59, Andre Coop. Number 62, Theron Sugar. Number 63, Rylan Wolfo. Number 64, James Johansson. Number 65, Buster Keaton McLaughlin. Number 67, Mike Tyson Rogalski. Number 75, Liam Penner. Number 76, Lyndon Moss. Number 77, Savajo Sandu. Number 78, Caden. 78 here. Number 80, Jackson DiGustini. 77, right? Where am I? Number 82, Flynn Eccles. Number 83, Jace Pellets. And number 85, Landon Hickley. Your Abbotsford Falcons. Wave. Here we go. Our very own Pee Wee Red, the Big Red Thunder. Number 1, the Hurricane, Carter Dallas. Number 2, Joey, the Lion King, Siva. There we go. All right. number 11, Zach the Hitman Hine. Number 12, Hayden the Striker Strailing. And number 20, Cole the Moose Smooth. Moose. Number 23, Caden Captain Sirius Anderson. Oh, there is such style. Number 25, Declan the Refrigerator Perry. At number 30, Lewis the Mauler Myron. Number 33, Braden Jolton Joe Fraser. Number 36, Graydon Mr. McAnally. Number 43, Jesse Ricochet Renault. Number 44, Lyndon Boss Arnouche. And here he is, the man who practiced for 2 weeks with a broken arm, push-ups, drills, you name it, Owen the Warden Dubois. Number 52, Hayden Pugsley. There we go. Number 55, Nicholas Van Rutenberg, the Burger. Number 60, Jake the Snake. Whoa! Number 61, Keaton the Diamond Donut. Oh yeah, look at those pipes, baby. Number 63, Joshua J.D. Dunn. There we go, 6-shooter. Number 64, Tyler the Beetle McCartney. Number 65, Logan the Torch Tucker. Nice. Number 74, Shay Shaka Khan. Number 80, Austin Tex Staffen. Number 81, Micah the Bomb Young. Here comes my boy, number 83, Benny Lightning Feet Amy. Oh, here we go. And number 87, Cole Bandit Fauchon. Your Pee Wee Red Big Thunder. And please stand, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
ChilliwackGiants.com for another exciting installment of Chilliwack Minor Football. Chilliwack Forward, Friday Night Lights. Tim Amy with the incomparable Mr. Ian Parks at color. How are you, my good man?
Very good, man. How about you?
Very good. Welcome to the Plywood Tower. Should have a great night tonight. We got a couple of O for teams here. So the good news is one team's going to get their first win of the season. So that you can there's always something positive to talk about.
Yes, there is. Both coaching staffs I'm well aware of. I've had an opportunity to coach with both of them, either at just the association level or the Star Bowl level. And fantastic coaching staffs. They mean so much to the kids. So it's here in this setting on Friday Night Lights with the big stands, the full, loud, boisterous stands, and the cheerleading squad here coming out of the tunnel for the kids. It's gonna be a great time. It's
gonna be great. It's the first time, weather permitted, us to actually have the tunnel out this season. So it was really good that it was a Pee Wee team, because the Adams got robbed a few weeks ago. It was just raining too hard and didn't want to get the tunnel all hacked up and windy and stuff. But no, it's great. Matt Macri, Cole Sangera on Abbotsford, of course, Chris Hines and his entire staff on the Chilliwack side. It was my son's team, so I'll try not to be biased. I'm very excited for him. He's having a good season so far.
Sorry, you said try not to be biased here, but I've got the roster in front of me, Tim, and it has you listed as one of the coaches.
I am listed as one of the coaches, but I did not wear my coaching shirt this evening.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and keep it as fair and balanced as I possibly can. But it's going to be a great night. Pee Wee football is always fun. Under the lights, and the kids are on both sides. You can just feel the buzz when you're over there. They're so excited about tonight. They've been waiting for this all season long, and it's finally arrived. So, yeah, we got a great crowd out tonight. We got some friends in from who don't normally come out for football. And cheer squad, like you said, and I believe your daughter's one of the cheers, aren't she? Is she not?
Yes, she is, absolutely. Carissa. Shout out to Carissa Parks there. She can't hear me right now, but when she sees this later on YouTube, I'm sure she will.
There you go. You always got to plug your kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little Pee Wee football. We get the little pregame slap and bump going over on the sidelines there, getting them all psyched up, the captains. And, of course, our team tonight, Pee Wee Red, sponsored by Intuitive Intuition Rehab Services. And thank you very much, of course, Chilliwack Minor Football's premier sponsors, High Country Homes. And we have our concession by West Tech Window and Doors. We'll have our halftime Jay's Pizza giveaway, the 50-50 draw, and, of course, our IHOP player of the game. And all their touchdowns sponsored by Kyle Hislop, Royal LePage, Friday Night Lights, of course, Chilliwack Ford, the play of the game, Minter Country Gardens, hit of the game, Pep's Power Fluids, and a shout out to all our sponsors who make Chilliwack Minor Football possible through their wonderful generosity. So, all right, looks like Abby's doing the jump. Chilliwack's done theirs. They're all kind of pumped. Both teams look pretty sharp in the warm-up. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, I was watching Red warm up, and they were calm, they were poised. They really wanted to make sure that they did the little things right.
Yeah.
And I was really, really impressed with the Red warm up. So.
Yeah, and they got a heck of a coaching staff. Matt Macri, of course, Cole Sangera just do a brilliant job. And I've watched a few All-Star games that Mr. Macri has coached over the years, and they're just blowouts. Like he gets those guys so pumped up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Oh, and they're lining up, and it looks like Chilliwack will be receiving on the kickoff. Carter Dallas and Joey, the Lion King Sibba, as the punt returners, and the defense lined up, and we're getting ready to roll.
So I'm a special teams coach by nature here, and I see they roll out with a 6-4-2. So they like to have lots of blockers up front, and of course they got some speed guys in the back with Chilliwack Red. That 6-4-2 is a real common Pee Wee kickoff return strategy.
You got to get the blocking. We've been preaching blocking all year, and it seems to work really well in practice. Here's the kick, and the ball is up, and our game is underway. The Lion King stumbles a bit, jump on it, and it looks like that is an Abbotsford ball.
That was a bad bounce.
That was a bad bounce, and it looked like Joey, number 2, the Lion King, stumbled and fell there and just couldn't get up. I don't wonder if he hurt himself, but he seems okay coming off the field. It's a little bit rare for Joey. He's got pretty good hands. So.
Yeah, he does. He played for me a couple of years ago. It looks like it's number 12, Pierre Lawler from Black, that ended up getting that. We call that the position the gunner. And he went down there like he was shot out of a gun. So that was impressive.
Yeah, he was right out of it. So Abbotsford Falcons get a big break right off the start, picking up the game, or the ball, pardon me, on the offensive 20-yard line. And they're off the kickoff. They're in the red zone. Here we go. Can the defense get that ball back? Kids look pumped.
Shotgun formation right away.
They get the pro set. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Here comes the snap. The slot back's in motion. Not a bad snap. I'm going to roll out. He's got a gap. He's getting some blocking. Can they get him? Can they get him? No, that boy is in the end zone. Touchdown number 19. Colby Johnson for Pee Wee Black. So they get a good bounce, get a lucky bounce. On their first snap, they capitalized. They put it in the end zone. Great start for Abbotsford.
That was a well-executed play. They sealed the end really, really well. And arguably, I would prefer my corner to be bounced out just a little bit more flow. But you know what? Black just played really, really well on that play.
I think the corner, which was number 83, my son, Ben Amy, must have gotten blocked a tiny bit. But that's a weakness for this team all season is those outside corners. And there's Benny with his arms out.
Yeah,
not really
you can
sure
tell. Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe there was a little bit of an infraction there, or just a little uncertainty. But you know, good for him for making the pursuit on the edge.
And they're going for the big two, going for the kick. Let's see if they can get in the backfield, maybe block that kick a bit. Awkward snap. Did they get him? They're grabbing him, and he bounces right in. And you can see on that play the Achilles heel in the defense. The kids are waiting for the guy with the ball to come to them rather than going after them and making that tackle. And it's been driving the coaching staff crazy all season long.
That actually looked like, I know you said bad snap, but I think that snap was manageable. I actually think that was a designed play by Black, just because when you say Achilles heel, automatically they're expecting to block a kick.
Yeah.
But then whammo, he is quickly into the second level for the 1-point conversion.
Very crafty by Mr. Macri and Mr. Cole Sangera on the other end. So let's see what Chilliwack can do. They got another crack at her. You can see the two punt receivers. Siba is going to back up, and he's got Dallas Carter moving more forward. So if there's any high hops, they can grab it on that second hop rather than go over his head a second time. So it looks like the Lion King, number two, Mr. Siba, has learned from the last play. Here we go. 7-0. Abbotsford, Pee Wee Black over the Big Red Thunder of Pee Wee Red from Chilliwack. There's a kick. And he's on it this time. He's got it. The Lion King. What can he do? Can he get up the field? He's got a little bit of block in there. He's got some room.
Yes, he can. Look at him go.
He's got some wheels, and he takes it to about the 52-yard line. So not a bad little return there for number 2, Joey Siba. And it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 52-yard line for Chilliwack. Let's see what their offense can do.
Yeah, I like that blocking that in the second level there. So it was quite impressive. Everybody on red decided they'd take a guy out with a black jersey. So good for them, which gave Joey the edge.
And Joey, the nice thing to see about Joey, of course, is he actually ran north-south as opposed to east-west, which he's very inclined to do. He'll pick up 75 yards running, but he only gained 5 yards on the field.
He did that for Median Flag 3 years ago.
Yes. There's the snap.
Jet sweep.
Going around the corner. Dallas Carter's got some speed. Could he get a first down? He's broken through, and that is, if it's not a first down, that is very close. So good blocking by the offense, the O-line, and the Hurricane Carter Dallas picks up a first down. Nice run by Pee Wee Red to start this drive. And if they can score on this will be huge for Pee Wee Red's confidence. And they're back to the shotgun. Running back in motion. There's the handoff. Does the sweeps. Founds a hole. He's pushing up. And that's Declan the Refrigerator Perry on that carry.
What I like about that is the same play going the other way.
Yep.
So they're using two different running backs. They're making sure that they're telling Black right now we're gonna punish you on both sides of the ball.
And he picks up 1, 2, 3, almost 4 yards, 3 yards in that play. That is absolutely perfect. Exactly what you want, 3 to 4 yards per carry. And pretty soon you got yet another first down. Here we go. From the snap, pro set. Everybody's in motion. A little bit of confusion there. Lost some yardage, but they hang on to the ball. So that sets up a 3rd and a bit long.
Yeah, it looks like Black had some real good penetration in that A-gap real early, which disrupted. You see this replay here? Yep, right through the A-gap, and he's right at the mesh point at the time of the running back. So good on Black for being in that backfield.
And that's the danger, of course, taken from the snap. The O-line for Chilliwack is a little on the young side. So they don't have a ton of time in the backfield to get things done. So everything's got to be really crisp. But look at that. Wow. Abby Black with the tackle, number 19 and number 24. 19, of course, scored the touchdown for Abbotsford. Just punching through that O-line. That's a turnover on down. So 1st and 10 on the 49-yard line for Abbotsford.
So that's 4 offensive plays for Red. On play 1 and 2, they were successful. On play 3 and 4, Black shot the A-gap, first on the left side, second on the right. So it sounds like their defensive coordinators probably got a plan for their sweep.
They figured it out already. Okay.
Look forward to that. And also the Big O Tigers 50-50 talk. Support the Chilliwack Giants.
They got the I formation for Abbotsford. There's the snap. Hand off in the backfield. Does he get through? He's past the line of scrimmage. Can someone tackle him? They brought him down, not after a first down, though. Nice bit of tackling there. Chilliwack Red was in the backfield, but he snuck past them. They just couldn't get a hand on him.
Yeah, you know what? It's a chess match out there because I saw the defensive play there. There was a blitz by the wide side, or what we call the field side linebacker, and he was in the backfield in a hurry. Unfortunately, they ran away from him. So that was successful because they ran in the right direction.
And it looks like number 25, Declan the Refrigerator Perry with the tackle on that. We have a man down, and up he gets. He's a warrior. He'll be back. Not sure who the injured player is, but no matter. He'll be back in a minute. Probably get the wind knocked out of him a bit. Tough game, football.
Yeah, we often say if are you hurt or are you injured? If you're hurt, then you can rub some dirt in it. But today's fields, you rub a little bit of rubber pellets on it, and you're fine.
Let's get the recycled tires. It's all about recycling. Reuse, recycle. Here you go. Hand off in the backfield, right up the gap. Not a bad bit of tackling there. May have saved a first down. Looks like number 43, Renaud, got nice and low on him, tripped him up there.
I like Black's offense strategy right now. They swept left, swept right, and that was a fullback dive on the I formation.
There you go.
They're really mixing it up. That shows a very smart team.
And they're moving the ball. And this is a new team, too. A lot of these kids are either first-year Pee Wee or haven't played before. So it speaks to the coaching staff that they're able to mix things up and get the kids connecting and clicking and going.
Up 7 points jacks any team up.
Yeah, well, for sure, especially in that opening drive. And looks like we could have an offside. I'm guessing.
I think Black was pretty disciplined there. So we'll wait for what Stripes calls here.
Yeah, looks like he's pointing towards the defense. 5-yard penalty, first down. There we go. Defense got a little anxious on that play. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. ChilliwackGiants.com. Team Amy, Mr. Ian Parks. Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights for Chilliwack Minor Football, brought to you by High Country Homes. A beautiful, cool, crisp evening here in Chilliwack at Townsend Park in BC's Fraser Valley. Wouldn't have it any other way. First and down, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff in the backfield, up the middle. Can he get a tackle? Looks like he's got some room on the outside, and that boy's going to run into that end zone. Number 12, touchdown, Abbotsford. Pierre Lawler with the touchdown. And he punched through that offensive line with barely a finger on him. A nice little 35-yard run there.
You know, that fullback was big enough that that's the same play that we just saw with the I formation. Now that fullback, maybe the defense is expecting him to have it, but that's tailback, which is a little bit smaller, literally came in his shadow and bounced outside to the left.
Yeah. Lots of room on the outside, and it's been tough. Okay, now they set up for a field goal on the last play, and they mixed it up. And it looks like they're going for it this time. And that is, he got it. 2 points. Nice kick. So that'll make it 15-0 for Abbotsford over the Chilliwack Pee Wee Red. So a tough start for Red and Chilliwack and the home team, but the Black Falcons are just rolling. And let's see what Chilliwack can do here.
You know what I like, though, is Red down a quick 2 scores. Look at how quickly their special teams takes the field.
Yeah.
It's impressive that they are ready to go, and they're saying, that's fine. You got that, but we got the next 2.
And it's going to mean a lot. They need to get a touchdown this season. And if they get a touchdown here, that's going to boost them up and make them feel like they're really in the game. So we'll see how it goes. And same two punt returners, Siba and Dallas. A shorter kick, and he just jumps on the ball. And not a bad play at all. That's about the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10, Chilliwack on their own 47-yard line. And away we go.
All right, so we had one offensive series, and like I said, 2 successful plays, and then 2 plays that weren't as successful. So
And that was close.
if the offensive coordinator's listening, we need to shut down that A gap a little bit and not let Black into our backfield too quick.
Gee, if only we had the technology to warn him from here. What could we do? All right.
47-yard line, 1st and 10.
Boys are setting up from the shotgun. Whoop, low snap. Picks it up and just jumps on it. A very safe play by number 2, Joey Siba, the Lion King. It's a loss of yards.
Loss of yards on that play.
But he had no idea who was coming through that A-hole, so you're much better off just taking the loss of yards as opposed to losing it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's you know what? It's very safe, but you know, an offensive coordinator will make sure that we want to keep the ball, right? Because anything can happen on 2nd down.
There we go. So 2nd and about 20. Slot back in motion. From the shotgun. There's the snap. Nice snap. It's clean. Quarterback elects to hold on to it. Just doesn't find the opening. Brought down at about the 39-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and very long for Chilliwack. And it looks like the punting team is coming on.
Yeah, I like that play design for sure because it looked like the quarterback almost had the option there. I'm sure it was designed at the Pee-wee level, but you know, he's letting Black know that he might bounce it to the outside, and then he's hoping for some over pursuit, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, well, they need the blocking. They didn't get the blocking on that. And Micah Young, who is anything, has a pretty good foot. Oh, not bad. Did Chilliwack get that ball?
Looks like he caught the ball. They did have 3 onside people there, and what onside means for those of you in the CFL rules there, onside means they're behind the kicker at the time. I don't believe he was onside. So I think he was one of the tight ends. So it might be black ball with a 15-yard penalty coming up.
Okay. It's black ball, yeah. Micah Young has a absolutely superb foot and can really boot it when he wants to, but he just didn't. I don't think he had the time to really get it off on that.
No, that big guy was shooting right up the A gap there again, so he had to kind of short leg it. You know, you short arm a pass, you had to short leg that one. Couldn't get the extension.
No. Here we go. Let's hope the defense can do a little something to shut down the Black Falcons here, who seem to be rolling in this first quarter, up 15-0.
Take over at 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
And they get the I formation from the snap. Are they going up that middle?
Well, we're lucky there. It looks like big number 65 on the outside there. Keaton McLaughlin was
jumped.
He jumped.
So that's procedure against Abbotsford. That brings it back 5 yards. So it'll be a repeat 1st down. 1st and 15 at the 40-yard line. So Chilliwack defense gets a little bit of a break on that.
First down, about 15 yards. 45
They pushed the ball back 15 yards. They didn't even have to do anything. Okay, here we go. They're setting up. Big 58 in the backfield with the blocker. Number 19 has already scored tonight from the snap. And there's the handoff. Ooh, live ball in the backfield. Quarterback's got to hang on to it. Can they bring him down? And they do. So they picked up 5 yards, so he brings that ball back to the original line of scrimmage at the 35-yard line. So it's a 2nd and 10 at the 35 for Abbotsford. But still, you see on the defense, being young on Chilliwack Red, it's a little bit of confusion. The game starts going and they get a little nervous. And
yeah, it's there's a little bit of nervousness, obviously, but with a young squad. But I saw some high tackles there. I saw 2 high tackles. And then, of course, number 30, Myron Lewis, went nice and low and was driving with his feet. So that was a good tackle.
Yeah, Myron's a great athlete. He's really good. Nice, strong kid, nice boy. Fun to coach. Here's the handoff in the backfield. Can they get him? Can they bring him down? And they brought him down in the backfield, so that's a turnover on downs. And the defense showed up that time. So a great set of downs for the defense. And Abbotsford, that'll be third. Pardon me, I am mistaken. The reason I'm in broadcasting, I can't do math. That is third and long. So they brought him down on the third down. So they have one more try.
That was a great pursuit. And it looked like there was a little bit of confusion in the black backfield there, but Red was all over that. They were hungry for that one.
Yeah. Okay. And they're setting up in the eye once again. Quarterback taken from the snap. Slot backs in motion. There's the snap. There's the handoff. Live ball. Where's the ball? And Abbotsford picks it up, but that'll be a turnover on downs.
So I'm not going to lie to you here, Tim. It's taking everything in my being to not yell into the microphone, ball, when I see a loose ball, because I'm a coach first, an announcer seventh, and it's...
There's a few things in between coach and announcer for Ian.
Yeah, absolutely. And I tell you, I really want to yell ball like they can hear me from the tower here.
Oh, yes. It's like you yell at the TV set when you're watching on, CFL and NFL.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Lots of blockers. Bounce.
Here we go. Come on, Sibba. Can he get around? Picked up a few yards there. Not a bad carry.
I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black tacklers around Joey Sibba there.
Yeah.
So what a great flowing, swarming defense. That was impressive. I would have liked to see Joey bounce a little bit earlier and use that fight hand a little bit more.
But he hung on to that ball, and he still picked up about 3 or 4 yards on that carry, so that's absolutely perfect. You pick up 4 yards a carry, 3 carries later, you've got yourself a first down. So here we go, from the shotgun. Man in motion in the backfield. Does he cut in? Does he get a block? He gets a bit of a block. That's Declan Perry, and he's got a first down. If he doesn't get it, it's pretty darn close.
I'm already making the first down motion with my
passed.
arm.
It looks like he passed the first down marker when he it's sort of.
Nice handoff in the back.
Oh, and there's the end of the first quarter.
End of the first quarter.
So the quarter ends. There's Declan Perry pumping his fist to get the first down. He's a great kid to coach. You want to coach a fun kid? Coach Declan Perry.
That was a good hard run. Number 58 broke through the line early and was chasing Declan the whole way. I don't know if Declan could see him, but he could probably feel his breath on the back of his neck.
He could feel the turf bouncing as the kid was behind him because he's pretty solid.
Yeah. Of course, number 58, we should make sure that we mention and give him some props here. Dawson Hendricks, that was a real good defensive play for sure.
And he's having a good game, too. He's been involved in a few plays. Okay.
You'll notice Black is quite wide. See, look at that corner out on the far side there. There's nobody keeping him out there. There's 3 black out there and no reds.
Oh, flag on the play. Going the wrong way. Can he cut in? Does he get a block? He got one there. Flag on the play, so see what happens. Probably offside on the defense, otherwise it would have blown the whistle had it been procedure.
So that was number 12, Hayden Strailing, and of course he took a circuitous route.
Took the scenic route.
Yeah, to get what looks like 0 gain.
However,
I really liked a block late. I'm just looking at the replay here.
Right there.
There was a real good block that could have pumped him loose because Hayden's got some wheels. I coached against him in spring flag, and when he gets into the open field, he gone.
Yeah, he's fast. He's got those long, skinny legs, and he's one of these kids that knows how to run naturally. He's naturally on the balls of his feet, so he can really move. Okay. Well, there's a break for Chilliwack. They picked up 5 yards on a offside penalty. Let's see if they can get another 5 and get themselves a first down. And they're going to sweep. Does he find an opening? Does he get some blocking? He's still on his feet, and he's in the backfield. He pushes, and he picks up a few yards there, so he's a little bit closer. I believe that was Dallas Carter, the Hurricane, on the handoff in the backfield, number 1 for Chilliwack.
As you look at this replay here, Black is set up for their little jet sweep here. Like I said, they've got 3 black out to the outside further than any of the red players, so they're expecting that. And we just need to down block, I think, and then pop up a hole real fast. So, and I know Carter can do it because I've coached him for a number of years.
Yeah. So it sets up a 2nd and about 3 for Chilliwack. 2nd and about 4, pardon me. And they need this first down because they're going for it. Ball directly to Sibba, number 2. Does he find some room up the middle? And he's got that first down. Can he get some more? He picks up a bit to the 50-yard line. So a nice little gamble by Chilliwack Red there pays off with a first down. Nice move.
I was so impressed there with Joey's shoulders. You'll see just on the replay here, just as he gets into about 3 black defensive players, he lowers the shoulders. He literally lowers the boom right here.
Yeah.
And that gets him an extra 2 yards.
Perfect. And the 2 yards is just what the doctor ordered for a team that's had trouble picking up yards this season. Okay. In the pro set, slot backs. There's the handoff. Can they get up the middle? That's Lewis Myron. He's got some strength. He's got some speed, and he picks up a few yards on that drive. Nice bit of running by Lewis Myron, number 30 for Chilliwack.
What I like about that call is they've gone outside, 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 and they decided, wait a second, let's keep them honest. Let's go up the gut here and see what they can do. And he actually got past that A-gap blitz, so that was impressive.
Lewis says he's not a tall kid, but he's a solid kid. He's wide. And there's the timeout call for Chilliwack. He's got these short, sort of strong legs, and he could really push. And you saw that there, punching through and picks up 1 to 3 yards on that carry. So we got a Chilliwack timeout. Coach is talking to their offense. Hans Strailing, the offensive coordinator's out there looking very well dressed. It was a family picture day today. Didn't have time to change. So he's got his sport coat on and his fancy shoes. His hair's all slicked.
I'm not going to lie to you here, Tim. I enjoy this. We've already played, of course, I coach at the Pee Wee level. We've already played Abbotsford Black. I'm enjoying scouting.
Yes.
Chilliwack Red right now.
Yes, I'm sure you are. Scout away. There's not much we can do about that.
I would have been doing it from the stands regardless.
There you go. Well, at least you're honest about it. That's what I like.
You have to. It's a good coaching staff with a lot of good players. You got to be on top of this.
From the shotgun. Directly to number 2, Sibba. Does he get a block? No, he does not. The swarming black defense of Abbotsford spoils the party in the black backfield. And that sets up a 3rd and long for Chilliwack.
This coaching staff's going to see it here, but when they see this replay, they're going to see number 12 not block.
Yeah.
So that's a coaching point when they review the tape here, obviously. I'm showing my age because I said tape.
Yeah.
But, number 12, if he pounds that block, he creates a hole and a gap.
And you could tell number 2, Joey Sibba, with the ball was just looking for an opening. Okay, Micah Young back on the field with that magic foot, that bomb of a foot. There's a good snap. He gets it off. Not a bad kick. Bounces a little bit. And the ball is grabbed at about the 43-yard line. So 1st and 10, Abbotsford at the 43-yard line. 6:35 or so to go in the second quarter. 15-0 Abbotsford Black.
Looks like there's going to be a flag on the play, obviously, too. The tackler was only about a yard away. And, of course, in the CFL, we need to give a full 5 yards. So that's going to be about a 5-yard penalty because it bounced. So if it's in the air, then it's 15. But if it's a bounce, then it's only 5 yards.
So that moves the ball up to the 49-yard line. So a 1st and 10 at the 49 for Abbotsford. And let's hope the defense for Chilliwack, at least Chilliwack hopes, their defense can hold it.
That's what they call a good penalty, though. I'll tell my players to go get that out on the bounce anytime because you don't want him to be able to
pick it up and run.
Absolutely.
And if he fumbles it, you just dive right on top of it. So here we go. The snap in the backfield. Looks like it. Whoa, nice bit of defense there. They clogged it up, but there was a flag on the play, and I'm guessing it's at an offside.
I saw a little bit of movement from the right guard of Black. But right now, actually, I see the ref counting red bodies.
Oh, 10-yard penalty.
13 men on the field.
Oh. That's a frustrating penalty to get.
Well, it's a coach's penalty.
Yeah.
We got to own that one, right?
Yep.
That is a coach's penalty. You know what? Chilliwack Pee Wee White lost the game because of too many men. And it was the coach's fault.
Yeah, there you go.
He owned it.
Here you go. Here's the snap in the backfield. Bit of penetration. Couldn't grab him. Number 12's got some room. He's squiggling through. And it looks like he's going to go all the way. Number 12, Abbotsford. And there's Pierre Lawler, I believe, with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
That was a good run, real good eyes, but again, there's about 4 opportunities there for Red
to tackle.
If they would have got low, and there's one of them, first of all, in the backfield as we watched the replay, and then 33 went high. The next 2 players went high as well, and they bounced into each other. So
it's frustrating. You preach these things in practice 1,000 times, and they get to the games and they sort of freeze up.
Well, Tim, hands up who's perfect right now.
Not me.
Absolutely. So these kids are trying. They're definitely trying, and we just got to help them out as much as we can.
There's the extra point return, and that was just a bit wide. So the score remains 21-0 Abbotsford Black over Chilliwack Red. The Big Red Thunder needs to get their game going a bit if they want to get in this. And they've got a whole second half, 5:20 to go in this half to get going, and so it's still a ton of football left to go. Okay. Well, ChilliwackGiants.com. Team Amy, Mr. Ian Parks, coming to you live from Townsend Park here in Chilliwack, British Columbia, in a beautiful evening. Nothing like Friday Night Lights under the Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights under the stars.
It is a beautiful, beautiful night.
It's, normally when we have a visiting team, someone comes up to the tower and just says, I can't believe the setup you guys have out here. This is absolutely awesome. So
I've heard it 7 or 8 times actually already during the setup. So it's nice to hear that the association is appreciated, and but it's because of the kids. The kids do so well. We want to do well for them.
Oh yeah, it's always about the kids. So here's the kick. Nice little bomb up the middle. And Carter Dallas picks that up. Let's hope he gets a block. Get a little bit of room. He's got some room to the outside, and he's in the offensive zone, and he's still on his feet. Look at him go. And he gets all the way to about the 40 or 38-yard line. So a nice punt return by the Hurricane, Carter Dallas. And let's hope he gets his team all pumped up with that, because another touchdown would get this game kind of close and get Chilliwack right back into it.
That is a really good run, not because of his vision, but because he knew, even though it's a small hole that he can go up to, if he puts it into the 6th gear right
there,
right here actually, right? Because he didn't say, uh-oh, I'm going to get tackled. He said, look, there's an opening. So good for him.
Carter is a professional. That kid's got great wheels, great instincts, and an amazing compete level. Here we go. From the shotgun. 1 man back in motion. There's a handoff to Perry, number 25. And there's that swarming Black defense in the backfield.
Black's coming hard right now. They're spread out quite a lot. We're halfway through the second quarter here. I wouldn't mind, as an offensive coordinator, to see a pass.
I would love to see a pass. I would love to see the guy that calls a lot of football games at this level, to see someone throw the ball. I would appreciate that greatly. I even think I brought that up at an executive meeting one night.
Yes, I do recall.
Trying to bring a policy of throwing the ball.
At the risk of, giving props to my Pee Wee team, we'll just watch this play real quick here first.
In the backfield, number 30.
He's running a lateral right there. And without too much blocking, that lateral is just going to give you a couple of yards lost there.
Yeah, and that's what happened. Great penetration by the Abbotsford defense. The Black Falcons are just swarming. Sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, I was just saying we've thrown at least 7 times in all of our games so far. So we take a lot of credit in that, because we're really trying to develop that passing game. So real lucky to have some of the coaches that we've got to help develop that, and and those kids that just love to catch the ball.
Yeah, you've got a great passing game. I remember watching Chili Bowl. You guys threw some fantastic bombs. There's Mikey Young with the punt. It's a high one.
Oh, there you go. There you go. That's your ball right there. Get it, get it, get it.
Can he get it? Can he get it? Oh, squiggled out of bounds. Braden Jolton, Joel Fraser, number 33, was all over that. And it looks like we have an injured player. Very close.
Both those guys that were approaching, too, were onside. So they don't have to give that 5 yards that are required in the CFL. And
so close. Look how close that is. Oh.
It's a game of inches. It's an absolute game of inches.
So 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line for Abbotsford. And our injured player's gone off, but he'll be back on. These kids are warriors, man. All righty.
Let's see how Red's defense can handle right now here. It's been a tough half so far, but I tell you, their offense is decent, and a couple bad breaks on defense. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing saying that this Red team can't come back in this this quarter here.
Yeah, they've got great players. There's no question there. They've got some real character kids on that team. There's the snap from the shotgun.
Pass.
They're going to throw that ball, and it is intercepted. Micah Young, number 81, grabs that ball, and it's going the other way.
That is fantastic. Now, I've just calling pass plays because I think pass plays are phenomenal, but unfortunately, at the Pee Wee level, you do get some incompletes and some interceptions.
Yeah.
But you do not learn how to walk unless you fall down.
Exactly.
So I got nothing wrong with a couple picks going back and forth as long as you're trying to learn how to do the passing game.
Yeah. And that's just it. I mean, if you don't try, you're never going to learn. So good on Abbotsford for taking that chance and throwing that ball.
Chilliwack Giants, 1st and 10.
So here's the break. This could be the break with $1:48 to go that hopefully Chilliwack's been waiting for.
So Chilliwack's awfully compact from their left guy to the right guy. They're probably only 12 yards apart here, so they're not really spreading out that black defense.
And does he get a block? Number 20 comes around. Strailing breaks it, and he gets to both the original line of scrimmage, maybe picks up a yard or two on that play.
Yeah, that's just a confidence thing. Once Hayden starts carrying the ball a little bit more often, and quite honestly, kids these days watching themselves on video, when he sees himself on video and he realizes he actually went back 2 yards first,
right?
Because if he didn't go back 2 yards, which he has to now recover from, when he does make the shot up, he's got less black guys flowing to him right now. So all of a sudden, Red gets the edge with some good blocks. So that running backwards, really frustrating to an OC, but it's perfectly natural at Pee Wee.
Yeah. Man in motion. Direct to snap to Sibba. Does he get a block? He's got people in the backfield. He got the block from Strailing, number 12, so he learned his lesson from the last time. Unfortunately, no one picked up 78, and bango. That's a loss of yards. Sets up 3rd and long. And I'm guessing maybe they're going to, $1:19, maybe they go for it. We'll see what they do.
Yeah, you know, I know you just gave Strailing some props there, but if he finishes that block, then he's able to get outside.
And it looks like they're going to punt. Here we go.
3 guys.
There you go. There's a Micah Young kick. That's a nice one.
Boom, right there.
Takes a funny hop. He grabs it.
Yes!
Talker's on the move, number 65. Can he get to the end zone? Could go, and he is. Touchdown, Chilliwack. Their first touchdown of the season. Logan, the torch talker, grabs that ball on the bounce, and he puts it in the end zone.
So real quick, we might have to see to make sure that number 65, Talker, wasn't one of the onside players.
And where are they pointing? That's some flags there. Against defense. So what does that call?
It looks like Talker was not one of the 3 onside players.
Oh, drag.
So he had no right to go get that ball. And being 3rd down with that penalty, it is black ball going the other direction.
Oh, heck. Well, they got in the end zone. It didn't count, but they still got a taste of the end zone. So hopefully this pumps them up a bit.
It got me standing up. It got me cheering for my fellow Chilliwack team. So, but it is what it is.
I'm looking out of the crowd, and some of the moms and dads are staring up at us going, what happened?
Yeah, yes, we know. Yeah, one of the other announcers is making sure we're well aware.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they could pump a team up. They came pretty close. You taste it, and you wanted that badly. So let's hoping they can get in that backfield real quick and steal that ball. From the shotgun, pro set. Slot backs running. Quarterback keeps it himself.
That's a great
Benjamin
tackle.
Amy gets him around the waist.
That ball,
there
that
you go. Lightning feet Amy, number 83 in the backfield. Beautiful tackle. Got it right around the waist and held him just long enough for his teammates to come in and finish it off.
You see, not only did that, I mean, it wasn't a touchdown, but I'm going to call it a touchdown anyway. That pumped this team up.
Yeah.
You had a pile of 12 guys patting each other on the shoulder pads, and now Amy goes and makes a tackle like that.
Yeah.
They are 6 feet tall right now, every single one of them.
You want it, they want it bad. Nice bit of tackling by number 83. Well, let's see what they can do this time. Oh. And the pro set from the shotgun. Slot backs in motion.
Pass.
Look like they're going to drop for a pass. Can they get him? Can they get him? Grab him. Can they grab him?
Low, please. Get low.
And that's nice bit of tackling there right at the original line of scrimmage. There are flags on the play. I'm guessing it's defense because they didn't blow the whistle on procedures right at the snap.
Sure enough,
Offside,
you're right.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, when they don't blow whistles and throw flags like crazy right at the snap, it's an offside. Well, it's, you know, they're pumped, right?
Yeah, they are.
Suddenly they're pumped, so you get a little aggressive there. But
That's, you know what, I'm all right with that penalty because
didn't
that
give up
means
a ton
they're
of yards.
hungry. They are absolutely hungry.
And it means it's 2nd and 8, so it's not like they gave up a horrible field position, you know what I mean? All right, same formation. They're set up for a pass on that play. Are they going to do it again? Number 19's got the ball. He's on the outside. And he's got some wheels. One man can get him. Dive. And they are not going to get him. He's probably going to get the end zone. There he is. Touchdown.
Number 19.
Number 19 for Abbotsford,
Colby
having a great night. It's his 2nd touchdown of the game. And that, of course, is, let me check my roster, pardon me, Colby Johnson with the major.
It's a really good run, but again,
High tackling.
High tackling, and it's also the fact that that red defense, that corner is not wide enough.
Yeah.
He's just absolutely not wide enough. He needs to be sat a little bit wider and play in instead of in and then go wide.
Right.
Because right now they're getting killed on the outside because Black's getting the edge. And when Black gets the edge, they're gone.
Here they come with the PAT. Looks like they're motioning to the bench. We got, are they shy a player?
He's injured. He's on a knee.
Oh, okay. That's one of the Chilliwack players. And our trainer, McAnally, going out there. I'm just curious what's going on. It's hard. We can't see. There are other players in the way, so I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, he had enough. He went down there under his own steam, but you know, you could just be a cramp or something along those lines, or twisted ankle, and that, not realizing it at this age.
That's my boy, number 83, Ben Namey. So he's a warrior. He'll be back.
He'll be back in 3 plays.
Oh yeah, less than that.
But he has to take 3 off.
Yeah, he does.
Yes.
Okay.
When you are injured as a result of an injury timeout, you have to take the next 3 plays off. But he'll be back second half.
Oh yeah. Oh, funny snap. And, well, there you go, some defense. And that's the end of our first half, pardon me. 27-0 Abbotsford Pee Wee Black Falcons over the Pee Wee Red Big Thunder. Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights to maybe Ian Parks. And we're going to take a bit of a break here. Everyone's going to get their hot chocolate, get their poutine, and our West Tech Window and Doors concession, and we will be back.
Friday Night Lights, Chilliwack Ford.
Remember the concession stand. Get all ready for the second half. Sponsored by West Tech Windows and Doors. And we'll get that Jay's Pizza Shuffle started soon here.
Okay. Well, not a bad first half. And we're getting ready for our Jay's Pizza Shuffle. I recognize these two guys. So here we go. So you know what you're going to do? You're going to watch that screen over there, and there's going to be a 3 pizzas going to come up in a box, and one of them is going to have a pizza inside. They're going to shuffle it around, and you got to pay attention to which box has a pizza in it. And when it stops shuffling, you're going to call out as box 1, 2, or 3. Do you understand?
Yep.
Okay, what's your name, buddy?
Adam.
Adam. Okay, Adam. You keep your eye on that. What's your sister's name again?
Kaylee.
Hey, Kaylee, sweetie pie. I like your hat. Okay. See, there's the box with the pizza under it. Now, the boxes are going to close. You're going to shift that sucker around, and you're going to pay attention to which one it is. We'll get the crowd to give us a hand. Ready? Here we go. Orders up. Jay's Pizza Giveaway. Here it goes. Pay attention. Oh, it's getting tricky. Well, that's kind of tough. Oh my gosh. Which one is it? Which one is it going to be? Here we go. Oh, it's still moving. Pay attention, guys. You got to help them out. Pay attention, Adam. Keep your eye on that box. Okay, we're going to get the crowd to help a little bit. Which one? What side does this think? What side do you guys say for the giveaway? 2? What about this side over here? 2. So which one is it?
2.
2. Which one is? Let's see. 2. All right. We didn't bring the coupons. We'll get to the coupons, Adam. You go with Wayne over there. Thank you very much. Big round of applause, guys. A good time to talk to some of the ladies in the crowd here. I've got the mic. Let's wander up here, see who's out there and available. Who's this lovely lady right here? What a gorgeous coat. What's your name, sweetheart? So you here by yourself? Just your daughter? So what do you think about guys that can bake?
And we're back, Chilliwack Ford, Friday Night Lights here at Townsend Park. Tim Amy, Ian Parks. Second half of our Pee Wee matchup between the Black Falcons of Abbotsford and the Big Red Thunder for Chilliwack. And you're mic'd up, my friend.
Excellent.
Excellent. Well, I ran over to the sidelines, talked to my boys. And despite the fact they're down 27-0, they're all in very good spirits and having a lot of fun. So, the name of the game.
That is absolutely the name of the game, and I'm glad because I just finished talking to the head coach myself, and they can score 28 this half.
Yeah. That's it. If they can score, one team can score 27, the other can score 28. But some of those players out there, they're having good games. My boy Benny got a bit of a bruise on his hand, but no big deal. They'll tape it up. He's having a good game. We'll get him back out there. And they just need to tighten up those corners a bit and stop those sweeps, and they can get the ball back a little bit more. But Abbotsford's having a great game. They've got a good execution on their defense. Their offense is starting to roll. And Matt Macri and Cole Shangara are doing a superb job countering the red attack. So here we are, Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights. We just had the Jay's Pizza giveaway. Little Adam got his $5 off coupon. Thank you very much to Jay's Pizza for that. And our 50-50 draw will be coming up after the game. So here we go. And Chilliwack receives to start this second half. Lots of positives come out of this game for Chilliwack. They've actually done a lot of things really well.
So I'm just looking here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
There we go.
Here comes the 12th. They got number 43, Jesse Renaud.
Ricochet.
Back there now.
Got those killer shoes on.
Yeah, those are impressive.
Those are shiny, man. He's a black belt, apparently, in martial arts.
Wow.
I just found that the other day. And there's the ball bouncing, live ball. And number 82 for Chilliwack. Was that 82 or 87? 87. Cole the Bandit Fauchon probably grabbed that ball, and it looks like we have an injured player.
Yeah, you got a bit of a knock there. You know, it's a bouncing football, and it's going left, it's going right, it's coming at you. It's
right there.
Yeah, it's tough. So
the Abbotsford player was sliding in and looking to grab the ball, and the two of them conked heads. So that'll ring a bell or two.
As a special teams coach, I have an excellent special teams drill throwing the ball down at their feet.
Yeah.
So, and you rep that out just a little bit. It's not that you can predict where the ball is going to go necessarily. It's just that you're more comfortable with how that ball bounces. And you can anticipate and expect that it will or could bounce in a different direction.
Yeah.
So you got to get on top of it in a hurry so that it doesn't bounce too much.
Well, that was Cole the Bandit Fauchon, who normally is on our defensive core as a corner. And I'm just talking here as our producer, Robbie. There we go, adjust the mics. Got to make us sound beautiful. We count on Robbie to make us look and sound beautiful here with Chilliwack Minor football.
Well, he's not doing much about the looks right now.
Well, speak for yourself. I think I look fantastic right now. Here's a handoff in the backfield. The Mauler, number 30. Myron Lewis trying to get something going there. Just couldn't find an opening, so it'll be second and 10, pardon me. We're at the line of scrimmage at the 45-yard line.
And, you know, Black's bringing the heat up that middle again. But Red did that quick little bounce, and I thought he was going to do it for a couple of yards. But, you know, Black's an aggressive team right now. And down 27-0, sometimes getting that block, holding that block for a little bit longer is kind of tough.
Here we go. Taking it from the snap in the pro set. He drops the fake. Can he get some room around the outside? Strahling's got some wheels. Can he get a block? He's got some room around the outside. He picked up a few yards there. So that'll set up a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good run. It looked like it was designed to come to the right. He bounced to the left. He did what is going to drive every OC crazy. So here he comes, but goes the other way. He has the ball in the wrong hand.
Oh, yes.
If he could do that transfer, and again, I just think of a drill like a cone drill right now where, you know, transfer, cut, and just, you know, be perfectly natural with that ball so that he's got a fight hand so he can throw people off of him.
Well, it looks like the two running backs bumped into each other. I think there's supposed to be a handoff there, so Hayden sort of improvised, and here's a handoff, number 25, Declan the Refrigerator Perry. He's got some wheels. He's got some room. Can Perry do it? He's got a first down for sure. Brought down. Nice bit of running by Perry about the 42-yard line. And Pee Wee Red in the offensive zone.
I tell you, what I like about that run, he ran with confidence.
Yeah.
He ran through that hole saying, if there's a black jersey in my way, I am going to annihilate him. Look at that confidence right there.
Yeah.
He runs very well.
Nice bit of running. And number 82 with the tackle. And I've got to find my roster here. The numbers are a bit scrambled on it. Flynn Eccles.
I got goosebumps right now because, of course, his mom is up here in the tower, and
Trying to contain herself.
She wants
And
to
there
do.
goes Perry again. He found an opening. Does he have another first down? Probably not, but he picked up lots of yardage on that play. And Declan, the refrigerator Perry in the second half with a hot hand for Chilliwack.
Not just a hot hand, like hot eyes.
Yeah.
He is seeing that hole and he is hitting it hard.
And he picked up about 6 yards on that play, so it's a 2nd and 4 at the 35-yard line.
And good for those. And 2 runs like that builds the confidence in that offensive line. Oh, wait a second. We could pick half a man. We could open the door for these guys.
The nice thing about Declan, he's got good speed and he has very good instincts, and he's not afraid to get banged up. And if he sees a hole, he's just going to punch right through it. One man in the backfield. Oh, flag on the play. So I'm guessing that is procedure.
You know, the other piece is that when we're rolling like this, they're thinking that black is. Oh, there you go. It is against black.
Look at that.
Fantastic.
So that means they pick up a first down. Nice. Well, that's a nice break for Chilliwack. We shouldn't, we got to be respect our colleagues from Abbotsford over here.
Well, I was just going to say, they're going to obviously upset or change the cadence and the snap count to draw black offside. And I thought, oh, man, what a tough break for Red. But good for them for holding their composure.
And I apologize for sounding totally biased on that last call. Here we go. One man back. I formation. There's the snap. Strailing keeps it himself. He sees an opening.
Has the ball. Maybe get a yard or two on
And he had some room there, but he sort of hesitated just enough for the Abbotsford defense to swarm in and bring him down.
I want to sit down. I want to watch this video with that Hayden Strailing.
Yeah.
Because I want to show him that if he ran like Declan Perry ran those last 2 runs, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Because that hesitation and that little 5-step stutter is going to allow 5 black jerseys to close that hole.
Yeah.
If he's confident like Declan was those last 2 plays, it blows through that hole and people are looking at the back of his jersey.
Yeah. And he's got the wheels too. It's just a little bit of confidence, right? Declan's got that much more confidence. And Hayden is the striker. Strailing has fantastic wheels.
And I'm not picking on Hayden. I'm just saying.
I agree. No, I
they're
understand.
Pee-wee age.
Yeah.
And at Pee-wee, they could have one night and, fantastic. And the next night, they just can't find their groove.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. We see that in the CFL, in the NFL, at university. We're going to see that all the time. So
You're human, man.
absolutely.
I don't know who that water boy is for Chilliwack, but he's burned off there, left a vapor trail. Get him on the field.
Burn off some energy.
All right.
the second down.
How's Chilliwack playing this? Oh, number 12. Yeah, the striker. Limping off. He averages about 1 good injury a game, so he's keeping his average up.
Well,
hit pretty hard there.
that means he's a trooper because, of course, he's in the middle of it all right there. And I know the black coaching staff would have scouted this red team here, so they know the top 4 or 5 guys that are going to carry the ball.
Who's in a quarterback? Going to be Carter Dallas.
Get up.
Joey Siba drops the shoulder, takes the tackle perfectly, but does not pick up any yards on that play.
So Joey could have definitely gone up earlier, about 5 yards earlier, but when he was faced with a little bit of adversity on the outside,
Drop that shoulder.
he absolutely dropped it. And
And we have an injured player as a result.
yeah, it's unfortunate because you never want to see an injured player on the field, and that kind of thing is definitely not on purpose. That's for sure.
Good on the Abbotsford player to staying with his tackle, too, because he took it right up the middle and brought him down.
Well, he knows. He's well coached. He knows that if he doesn't get in the way of that fast player coming at him. Look at that 14 yards to the outside.
Yeah.
It was all full of green there. And he gets the edge, he's gone if that player doesn't try to make that tackle. So that's a fantastic stop by him, even though he's feeling the effects of it right now.
You got to appreciate 10 and 11-year-old kids can take a hit like that. It can be pretty intimidating, pretty scary out there. The bodies flying and getting bounced. So it looks like you got a little bit winded there. But he made the perfect textbook tackle because he brought his guy down, saved a touchdown. So, all right, Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights. Tim Amy with Mr. Ian Parks here on ChilliwackGiants.com. Chilliwack Minor Football, of course, sponsored by High Country Homes. And our hit of the game will be Pep's Power Fluid. Our play of the game, Minter Country Gardens. Of course, it's Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights. Our touchdown sponsor by Kyle Hislop, Royal LePage. Don't forget the wonderful poutine at the concession staff at West Tech Window and Doors Concession. We had our halftime Jay's Pizza giveaway. A couple little kids got pizza coupons, made them very, very happy. Of course, our 50-50 Big O tires. And the player of the game, IHOP player of the game, announced on one player in each team at the end of the game. This guy is in kind of rough shape. They're taking his helmet off.
Yeah, you know, I've been around this age of football for long enough that they're just taking every extra precaution.
Yeah.
So we really hope that he's going to bounce back from this, and it's they just don't want to be able to move. Oh, there he is, moving already now. So
It's she, actually. That is number 40.
Oh, there you go.
And I've got Brianna Egrisitz.
Yes.
So good for her. She made a great tackle, took a real beating. She's walking off. What a warrior.
Absolutely. Yeah, she'll get an opportunity to watch this here on our YouTube channel and show that she definitely saved a touchdown there with that tackle.
And
so
sacrificed the body doing it.
Good for her.
On her. Yeah.
Tackling about for a loss of a couple of yards. Third down, about 12 yards or so to go.
All right, so that's up third and about 12 at the 32-yard line for Chilliwack. And Hayden, the striker, Strailing, off on an injury.
Looks like the punt formation here with 3 onside players. Boom.
It's a high, short one. And it takes a Chilliwack bounce.
Here comes an onside guy right here.
Does he get it? Still live ball. And does Chilliwack get it? It's going to be very close. No, looks like they're pointing towards Abbotsford. So good on Abbotsford to staying on top of that and jumping on it. But it's about, they're on their own 10-yard line.
It's a beautiful kick.
So Abbotsford has an opportunity here to do a nice long drive and wear down that clock. Chilliwack, of course, with the opportunity to do a 3-and-out and get some pretty good field position. But that's close. That was close.
Very close.
Ref Jeff Wickens there, and not too often that Stripes gets their name and number called out on the broadcast here, but Jeff Wickens used to be a coach with us.
Oh, okay.
So he was Johnny on the spot with that mark there, and good for him. We appreciate him being out here at Friday Night Lights.
And the officiating staff, I always find, does a very solid job night after night, game after game, and they never get their props, so good on you for giving them a shout out.
This
I wouldn't want to do that job.
This crew in the center of the field is a father-son crew that's been doing it for a couple of years.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah, they do a really good job.
Excellent. All right.
10-yard line.
Here we go.
Ooh, low snap. Picks it up. Going for the pass.
Going for a pass. Fauchon's waiting there. Oh, nice catch, number 11.
Number 11.
Beautiful pass, and that was Connor Jack with the reception. Don't know if did they get a first down? I can't see from this angle. Looks like it's.
With that catch, let's give him an extra 30 yards.
That was fantastic.
That was impressive. I happen to know Connor's parents, and Connor, if you're listening here, after you do that, you do not have to do the dishes for the next week. That was a fantastic catch.
Look at that. Nice throw.
2 yards to go.
And look at all the defense behind him, and he just grabbed that ball and.
I think his
Perfect.
mom's upstairs with the heavy-duty camera right now, too, so she's probably really quite
Nice.
giddy. That was a great angle for her, too.
So that's up a 2nd and 2 at about the 22-yard line, I guess. Here's the snap in the pro set in the backfield. He's sweeping right. Can they get around? He's got some room. He's got some room. Can someone get to him? Push him out of bounds. Here comes Braden Fraser. Micah Young is the last chance. Come on, Micah. Number 80.
Jackson.
Oh, stepped
he
out.
stepped him out of bounds. Number 80, Jackson DiGustini with an absolutely superb run there. And Micah Young dove, and I think he just got just that tiny bit of him in order to force him out of bounds. So,
again, I'm not going to take anything away from that run because there was a little bit of misdirection in the back there. Number 80 just had a great run, Jackson DiGustini. But number 33, Braden Fraser, he could have broken down a little bit earlier. What I mean by breaking down is break down those feet and lower those hips a little bit, get in an explosive position, because he allowed that next 30 yards.
Look at that. Saved a touchdown. Micah Young, number 81.
What a great replay, too, from the replay crew there.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh, blowing some whistles here. Pointing at the shoulder pads.
What he's doing is saying my time.
Oh, okay.
So when the ref does that, he's saying it's my time. He's blowing the whistle dead. And it looks like they got a chain issue. So got an equipment malfunction by the stick crew, but everything's fine now. Jeff Wickens gives the thumbs up.
First and 10, pardon me, at the 26-yard line, it seems, for Abbotsford. From the shotgun. He rolls out. We got two defenders. Can somebody grab a hold of that quarterback? And nice little bit of tackling there in the backfield by Chilliwack. And that was number 25, Declan the Refrigerator Perry. That kid is everywhere. Having a great game.
Yeah, so far he's my IHOP candidate for sure. So lots of game left, obviously. Lots of guys, lots of kids out there that want to get their meal. Some of my boys have won the IHOP Player of the Game, and I tell you, for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks, if we haven't gone to IHOP, then they're bugging me. They're saying, "Dad, when are we going to IHOP?
I don't know.
I want my IHOP breakfast, Dad."
When are you going to get the Player of the Game, son? I'm not paying for it.
They got the Player of the Game coupon on their dresser.
Oh, right.
And they're telling me that I got to make sure, because they can't drive themselves yet, right?
Oh,
so
of course. Here we go.
That's movement. Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Against the defense. So a procedure call against the defense. That'll bring it back
offense.
5 yards. Offense, pardon me. Procedure against the offense. That'll bring him back 5 yards. And repeat first down.
This is a great game by both teams right now because, of course, like you mentioned, 2 0-4 teams, but Black is doing really, really well. You can see the confidence built up. And Red is driving the ball. I haven't had an opportunity to see a lot of them this year, but they're driving the ball. And, Black's touchdowns were really early when Red just didn't have their feet underneath them yet.
Here we go. From the shotgun. Pro set. Slot backs in motion. There's the handoff. Up the gut. Does he get a tackle? Do they get a tackle? Oh, very close. He's got some room on the outside, and was that a blindside block? I don't see a flag on the play, so that touchdown will stand. Number 19 for Abbotsford, Colby Johnson, with I believe his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, that block, that blindside block is new this year, where, of course, you've never been able to hit in the back, but they've really wanted to make sure that they focus on the safety and making sure that you can get out in front. But good on that blocker to make sure that he just saw just a little bit of that front number before he got on him.
So it was a nice clean hit by Abbotsford. It allowed for the touchdown. So great bit of running by Abbotsford there.
Again, he bounced to the outside. The halfbacks and corners are not designed or set up wide enough for that. So we got to bump them out a little bit wider so those linebackers can fill those gaps.
Setting up for the field goal.
I know Sean and Chris right now are bugging the fact that I'm saying that right now.
PAT. Oh. Whistle on the play. And what happened? Procedure against the offense.
Procedure against the offense.
Gonna move that back 5 yards, or just replay? Depends on whether they're gonna consult with the coaching staff. So they may take that on the next kickoff, and they may take it here.
Yep.
Or is it 10 seconds or 10? Sometimes they take 10 seconds off the clock. Okay. Setting up for the PAT. There's the snap, a little bit high. And what's going to happen? Can they get to him? Benny with that bad hand, and he's going to run her in. Gets an extra point. So that's it. 33-0. Abbotsford Black
That is a great play by number 19, Colby Johnson.
Yeah, that's
running out of
superb running.
He's running out a little bit of territory there. He's got about 4 red jerseys coming at him. He knows that he's going to get impact, so he actually dives forward to that front cone. I think he's watched Cam Newton a little bit on TV.
Boom, look at that.
On the right play.
Well, Chilliwack had the 3 players in the backfield, but nobody could catch them, so just can't seem to cut those angles off.
That's a real communication thing. You got to know when you're going in there with numbers, when you got 3 others, because I think I counted 4.
Yeah.
You got to know that one guy's got to get the outside, and they all went for the man.
Yeah.
One guy's got to go for the middle of the man, and then each guy's got to go for the outside shoulder, and then he's not getting outside.
Right.
When you were gone.
Okay, so Chilliwack will take it at the 50-yard line.
So running time now, no kickoffs.
Yeah. Chilliwack takes it from their own 50-yard line.
Here. First and 10 for Chilliwack.
First and 10 on the 50 from the shotgun. The striker trailing.
He went back 2 yards again.
And Micah Young with the ball in the backfield is looking for an opening, and there goes a live ball. And Abbotsford picks it up. Number 83 on the recovery. Picks up that Jace Palat. And Micah Young is lying on the ground. Is he hurt?
I think he's upset with himself right now. I mean, he went back, not with a lot of speed, had the ball in the wrong hand. So, sometimes that's a coaching thing too, where we can, if that's the kid's tendency to put it in that hand, we can run him the other direction.
And in all fairness to Micah, who's actually a superb kid, he doesn't normally carry the ball. He's not normally in the backfield, so.
Well, I love the fact that the coaching staff is giving everybody the opportunity, because that's what this is all about. So
and he's a tough kid too. He played with us last week, had a horrible chest cold, and he was out there just kicking punt after punt after punt for about 25 yards, made some really good tackles, and he was feeling just absolutely rotten. So yeah, he's a real trooper, Micah.
I love that Micah is going back to the huddle right now, but of course Coach Sean Dallas is going to explain to him that you cannot go on. You actually have to take some time off. So I like to see that. Of course, just before the play happened too, I noticed the leadership that was happening out on that field, explaining to the other players where to go. I really like to see the learning at this age for sure.
Yeah. Okay. First and 10. Abbotsford at about the 39-yard line, 44-yard line, pardon me. Up 34-0. We got run time. Clock isn't going to stop. Hand off in the backfield. And Big 58's got some room. Can they make a tackle? Yes. Braden Fraser looked like Joey Sibba on the tackle there. Brought him down about the 30-yard line. So Big 58 for Abbotsford is having a great game today in all sorts of capacities. Dawson Hendricks with a nice big carry sets up a first and 10 at the 29-yard line for Abbotsford.
Yeah, you talk about having a great game on both sides of the ball. Of course, Colby Johnson's had some fantastic runs, also thanks to some blocking.
Yeah.
But, number Big 58, Dawson Hendricks is having a great game. Right now, he's my IHOP candidate.
He's your IHOP candidate. Declan and 58, that's your IHOP candidate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome, doing great out there.
All righty. From the snap. I formation. Ooh, slant. No, right in the fingertips.
Get that ball.
Number 11.
So it looks like a bit of a loss of yards there.
It is. I would have liked to see number 44, Lyndon Arnush, fight for that ball. I don't know if he knows that just because it's an incomplete pass. That was a backwards pass, which means that ball is live. And I never saw that receiver have real good cover with that ball. So Lyndon Arnush has got to be a little bit more ball hungry on that.
The boss Arnush Lyndon, very nice kid. So that's the end of the third quarter. Now 10 minutes left to go in the game on run time. Abbotsford Black up 34 over Chilliwack Red. And not a bad game, to be honest with you. We had a bit of excitement there with Talker almost scoring a touchdown, then unfortunately got called back. Abbotsford's had some great blocking, some superb sweeps to the outside, just tearing up that Chilliwack defense, and a very well-coached team by Matt Macri and Shel Sangera.
I know you said almost scored a touchdown. They could call back. I'm going to call it he did score a touchdown that got called back. So that kid, I'm sure he was ear to ear smiles when he's running with that ball.
Oh, yeah. And he's Logan's a really nice kid. He played 4 years of rep soccer and has really, really good wheels for a really big kid. But, of course, we have him on our D-line. So there's the snap. Handoff in the backfield. And brought down right on the line of scrimmage, number 64. And I think that is Logan, who just made the tackle there.
Number 64, Tyler McCartney.
The Beetle, Tyler, the Beetle McCartney with a nice tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
The Beetle.
Tyler, the Beetle McCartney, my friend.
You know, I actually listen to these broadcasts just for your nicknames.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Did they ever have nicknames before I started doing nicknames? Or is that something I can put on my mantelpiece as my legacy with
No,
Chilliwack
I'd
minor
say
football?
every team had 3 kids with nicknames.
Okay.
Not 100% of the kids with nicknames.
They got to have a nickname, man.
That is as a result of Tim Amy, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much. My legacy will carry on for decades. Thank you. Thank you very much. And there's a snap, and I'm guessing there's an offside or a procedure. Oh, procedure against the offense, pardon me. Sets up a 3rd and 15 at about the 35, 34-yard line.
And you know what? From an offensive perspective, what I like right now is that Abby Black is playing with their cadence, right? 34-0. They are getting their offensive line. Now, you could say, oh, look, movement. Oh, look, procedure. But guess what? They're learning.
Yeah.
And good for them for attempting the on-twos or the on-goes because that's how you're going to learn right now. And it's a long season. I mean, I guess we're almost halfway through it. But
yeah, pretty much.
That's how you learn for sure.
Okay. I formation for Abbotsford from the snap. The 2 running backs. It looks like he's going to throw it. He's dropping back. Does he have a man? He's got one. Oh, just over his head. And the quarterback has a great eye for Connor Jack, number 11. I guess that's their number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
He actually made a really good catch earlier in the game.
He made a phenomenal catch earlier in the game. I don't know what that pattern was necessarily. And as a receivers coach, I like to see nice crisp patterns and getting out into the open. So, but you look at the film and you find out if that's supposed to be a corner route and he undershot it just a little bit, then I'm going to take my no dishes for a week back and I'm going to say he only gets to do no dishes for 3 days.
Okay. I hope Mom and Dad are listening and writing this down on the chore chart.
I'll let them know after the game for sure.
We'll pass that on to them. All right, well, Chilliwack, that's a turnover on down, so Chilliwack gets the ball back on their own 35-yard line. 7:26-27, the clock ticking here in the 4th quarter. And it would be wonderful for Chilliwack to get a touchdown just to say they got a touchdown. And they got a man in motion. Direct snap right to Joey Sibba, the running back. He's going to the outside. Can he get some blocking? And no. Brought down just around the line of scrimmage.
If you were to be on the line of scrimmage there and you were to look at the 4 blockers on their right-hand side, the offense's right-hand side, they all backed up 2.5 yards.
Yeah.
Like, there is no downfield blocking, no run blocking. They're almost in a pass protection block there, and they're not putting their hands on a black jersey.
I know.
That offensive line needs to see that play for film for sure.
All right, setting up. 1 man back in the pistol. There's a handoff. Does he get a gap? He's got a gap. That's Declan Perry bouncing off a few players, pushing forward. And he picked up some good yardage on that run. The refrigerator once again.
And again, so we're into the 4th quarter now, and he is definitely my IHOP candidate here.
Yeah.
But as he's running with confidence through those holes, he is passing his blockers who are standing there not blocking.
I know.
So again, with just a little bit of video for this team, will go a long way teaching them. And I don't mean to harp on some of the negative here. Obviously, it's a corrective type thing, and these kids can learn a lot from that.
So it's 3rd and 1, Chilliwack at the 41-yard line. There's the snap. And we got a man up the middle with the ball. That's Declan Perry again. He picks up a 1st down, gets to about the 51-yard line, pardon me. So the refrigerator, the man with the ball, the man on the hour, punching it through those holes, not waiting for his blockers, just going for it. And that's what Declan brings to the game week after week after week. And I remember last year with Pee Wee, You guys went out and bought him his own BC Lions hat and just handed it to him because he just brought it every single practice, every single time. He's such a great competitor.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
9599 062.
Here we go from the pistol. Strailing hangs onto that ball. Sweeps right. He's got some room. There, he's got some wheels. There's the wheels for Hayden. There's the wheels. And he's all the way into the offensive zone, pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. Hayden, the striker, Strailing, turns on the jets. Picks up about 40 yards on that play.
Now, if you would have looked at the dive earlier that he got hurt on and the speed at which he was running versus that sweep, of course, I mean, you know he's a good, fast kid.
Right.
But once he gets the confidence that Declan Perry's got, he will be able to run up that middle and score all day long. He's a great athlete.
He is. It's like Eric Dickerson when he was playing at SMU. Once he realized you just go through guys rather than around them, it was all over. That's what Hayden needs to realize. He's got so many tools out there. Well, it's his first year Pee Wee. You need that. It's the transition year, right?
Yeah, watch out for him next year.
There's the handoff to number 30, the Mauler. Myron Lewis picks up a couple of yards on that play.
Yeah, I like the fact that the Reds got a number of different carriers right now. So they're putting a drive together right now, and that's going to give them a little bit of confidence. So I know you said at halftime the coaches and the players were doing really, really well.
Yep.
But, I mean, look at the score. Like, this half is their half right now, except for another tough play.
Yeah. That's the way it bounces sometimes. All right, quarterback from the pistol. Man in motion. Oh, flag on the play. So that is going to be, I'm guessing, procedure because I called it dead. Yeah. So that's a 5-yard penalty against Chilliwack. Will push the ball back to about the 32-yard line, I'm thinking.
Here comes the hit of the game on the replay here. And it's going to be
number 1, Dallas Carter, the Hurricane, hauling it down in the backfield.
That looked like a judo move, really. He got a hold of that guy, and he put him in the turf in a hurry.
Dallas is a small in size, huge in stature. He plays like he's 6'5" out there.
Yeah, he was on my Adam team for 3 years.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure coaching him.
There's a handoff in the backfield. Declan Perry looking for an opening, punching it through. Picked up a few yards on that play, so he erased the 5-yard procedure call and hopefully picked up a few more yards on that. It'll set up probably about a 3rd and 6.
Sorry, was that a replay that we just saw there? Because that's the same run left, cut back right that he's done 4 times now.
Yep, that's his signature.
Was that a replay or was that live?
That was live. It was not Memorex, my friend. It was live. Remember those ads?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Sure looking for that red zone.
Here we go. There's a handoff back to Perry. He's looking for some room on the outside. That's Sibba, pardon me. And he's pushing forward. Did he get enough for a first down? And that's a first down, Red. So they got a nice little drive going here with about 2 minutes left to go. Perry got a little bit injured on that, but that was the Lion King, Joey Sibba, on that drive. Sets up a 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
You know, this at a minute 30 right now, they're driving so well with running time. It's such a challenge to get enough plays in. So we're looking at about 3 plays right now, maybe 4.
One good play, and that ball could very easily be in the end zone. Let's not jinx anything. Okay, from the pistol. Strailing hangs onto it himself. There he goes. He's got a bit of room up the middle. He's moving. Picked up a few yards on that play.
And good for him for going into traffic.
Yeah.
You know, I would have liked to see him bounce out there because he runs so fast and fluidly on the outside. But 56, 57, 55, 54, and ticking. Let's get that huddle going.
And he looks like he's going to the coaching staff there to get some instruction. He's going to call it. Here they go. And they're very close. They're on about the 11-yard line. Oh, flags on the play. And that's Declan Perry on the outside, so that's an offside because they haven't stopped it. And he gets to about the 5-yard line. There's 30 seconds left to go.
Brings it down to about the 5-yard line.
And the coaching staff are screaming at them to line up. Timeout called.
Timeout.
Timeout. We'll stop that clock. There's about 16, 17 seconds on that clock, so.
Of course, the actual times have with the refs on the field, but we've actually had a fantastic timekeeper up here tonight. She knows her football.
Kim Perry, she's a veteran.
She knows her football.
Knows her football. Knows her pharmacy. Knows it all.
I bet you when she was Declan's age, she was probably running the exact same little cutbacks there out on the field.
All right, 15 seconds to go. Nice timeout called by Abbotsford there. Sort of calm things down. Matt Mackery's out on the field. I normally call games with Matt Mackery, so he's probably my favorite guy to call games with. You're doing a great job.
Thanks. I mean,
Matt Mackery knows football. He knows every single kid in this league.
I'm a Matt fan. I'm an absolute Matt fan. I mean, and he has got a face for radio.
Oh,
I love
gorgeous.
Matt.
Gorgeous. There's the snap. Perry cutting up the middle. They're getting to about the 1 or 2 yard lines. And that's the game.
What a great final drive.
Oh, they're so close to getting that first touchdown. But what do you do? Well, there you go, folks. And we have an injured player on the field. 34-0 Abbotsford Black Falcons over the Pee Wee Red Big Thunder of Chilliwack. Chilliwack forward, Friday Night Lights, Tim Amy, Ian Parks. It's been a slice, sir.
Absolutely, Tim. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I appreciate you coming up here, because calling a game on your own is a little bit tough. So I like having someone with me, and someone with your depth of experience makes it that much more fun. All right, folks. Chilliwack forward, Friday Night Lights, ChilliwackGiants.com. We're signing off. See you next week.
Look forward to the IHOP player of the game for both teams. The IHOP player of the game.
He's a warrior. Give him a hand, folks. Stand up. The refrigerator. right. Thank you so much. Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights. Congratulations to the Black Falcons of Abbotsford for an absolutely superb game. You earned a great victory. And Chilliwack's Big Red Thunder. Great game. You guys had some great positives out there. Big round of applause for everybody. So I'll let the home team pick first. The Abbotsford player of the game, number 58, Mr. Hendricks. Come on here, buddy. There you go. And what's your favorite part of football, pal?
Having fun.
Hey, there you go. Great job. And for Chilliwack, the man of the hour, IHOP player of the game, number 25, the refrigerator, Declan Perry. Takes a licking and keeps on Take a kicking and keeps on licking. What's it? Licking and keeps on ticking. That's it. You got stuff all over your face. What's your favorite part of football, buddy?
Playing with my team.
Playing with your team. There we go. Great answer. Great job, Declan. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming out. Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights. Safe home.